May is Bladder Cancer Awareness Month, and did you know that Rhode Island has the highest rate of the illness in the country? Here now to shed some light on this very important topic are Dr. Dragan Golianin from the Miriam Hospital and patient Marie Costa from Cranston. Good morning, Marie.
Good morning.
Wonderful to have you here.
Thank you.
Doctor, a pleasure to have you join us.
Thank you
I
so
was
much.
reading over some of these statistics that we just partially alluded to, how we're seeing 400 new cases each year. That is an alarmingly high number. So what do we attribute these high numbers to as far as, in your expert analysis?
So, bladder cancer is a very serious disease, and I think the rates overall in the United States are high,
right.
But East Coast, especially Rhode Island, are highest in incidence of this cancer. We have 380 to 420 cases per year, which is really the highest in the country. It's 1 to 4 to 1 to 3.5 female and male presentation with this disease. In Rhode Island, we try to actually determine what's the reason for such a high incidence of bladder cancer. We thought that the best way is to go with a centralized registry, that we know every bladder cancer patient in a state.
And this is going to be a mandatory registry.
This should be mandatory because this is the only way to see what is the cause of this. We can always talk about previously very, very developed diamond industry, jewelry industry that we had in the city,
right.
And all pollution that was going with this, leather stocking. But we should not forget also that the main reason for bladder cancer is smoking.
Absolutely. And something to be mindful of is early detection is really key. And Marie, that's where you come in. Can you share a little bit of your experience and how you found your way through this? Not an easy situation to navigate.
No, not at all. But I wasn't feeling well, and I went to a GYN who I was treated for a UTI.
Right.
When I still wasn't feeling well after going through antibiotic, I'm an advocate for we need to be mindful of ourselves and how we feel. So I followed up, and one after another, and I ended up with Dr. Golianin, who is my hero.
Absolutely, sure. And doctor, this is something that, what Marie went through, we may know somebody that's dealing with something like this. So what are some things quickly before we wrap up that we can be doing?
I would just reiterate what Marie said. And this is one of the things that I would like everybody to be aware of. Primary care physicians, other specialties, and especially patients, that something that's called UTI in a right age group, which is 50 to 80, in females, I would put this UTI with a big question mark.
Right.
Especially in smokers, especially in the professions that have exposure to different cancerogens. Think about bladder cancer. And if you have a blood in urine and you have symptoms of frequency, urgency, right. Burning at urination, think about bladder cancer, exclude it, because these patients can come actually much, much earlier to be seen by urologists and address it maybe in a lower stage and maybe preserve their bladders, which I think it's the goal. That's the quality of life.
All very important. Doctor, thank you very much for joining us. Marie, he may be your hero, but I think that you are now mine after sharing your brave story with us here today. Thank you so much for joining us. If you guys would like to learn more about the Minimally Invasive Urology Institute at the Miriam Hospital, just head to roadshow.com.